John, I wanted to start just, how did Collin were you in the locker room and kind of broke the news to everybody about not being able to play, or?
Yeah, I mean, he texted me.
Okay.
I'd known that it was a chance, and I'm with one of his good buddies, so I mean,
right.
He texted me.
So what was the feeling like there? Just that's so tough. And
I'm in a weird spot, obviously, because I mean, him being out means I play more, which is obviously weird, but I would trade that for Collin to play 100%. I mean, he's a senior, he's our leader.
Right.
Obviously, we want him to be out there. So I mean, I was sad for him, sad for us. I mean, obviously, we play better when he's out there. And I mean, I don't know. It's just a bad way to go out for him. That's obviously not how he wanted to, so I felt bad.
Sure.
Let's see, what did the Minnesota game teach you at all, and getting those extended reps, and maybe that might be a foreshadowing for what's coming up next year and for this bowl game now?
I mean, experience is always good, so I mean, just having those reps obviously helps, but I mean, having a loss like that and just being on the field for it, I mean, it stings, adds a little chip to your shoulder. I mean, that doesn't sit right with anyone in our locker room. So, I mean, just to have that, that's going to be in my mind all off season. I mean, there's no way I can forget that. So, I mean, a little added chip, something to motivate me even more. I would say that's what I gained from that, I guess.
This season's been the most that you've played throughout your career.
Yeah.
Pretty much getting a regular rotation at that safety group.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think you learned about how you play or just the game itself from getting all those reps?
Learned a lot. I mean, so many different aspects. I mean, from game planning to just like picking up on small QB tendencies and stuff. And also just throughout the course of the game, like how teams adjust formations and stuff. So just like the X's and O's part, I learned a lot. And then kind of learned a lot about my body, what I want to get stronger at, like what I think faded towards the end of the year, or what I think like I need to work on. So just like certain things like that.
What are some of the things you don't mind sharing?
I don't know. I need to get stronger. I mean, I felt strong going to fall camp and stuff, but something that I think I need to focus on going into next season. And then just recovery, getting out of breaks and stuff. I mean, it's a long season. I'd never had that many reps. So, I mean, I think that's something that I learned throughout the year that's really important. I need to focus on that.
For summer conditioning, you talk about you feel strong going into fall camp, but just how much does the lifting schedule modify where, I see a couple bruises on your arm right now too, right? So just what?
I mean, you just kind of get beat up throughout the year. I mean, obviously our strength patch is one of the best in the country, and so we try to get 2 or 3 lifts in a week throughout the season, but it has nothing to do with that. It's literally just the wear and tear on your body. So, I mean, that's just something that I wasn't used to because I wasn't getting a bunch of reps, so that's something I can learn from.
Have you had a chance to look into Arizona State yet in terms of?
We haven't watched too much film as a group. I think we start that tomorrow or the next day, but I watched a couple games just on Saturdays and on my iPad, and they're good. I mean, athletic. Pac-12 team, as what you expect. I grew up watching the Pac-12, so I'm kind of I understand that a little bit, but yeah, they're a good team.
When you go through the last couple weeks like you guys did as a defense, where you win one, lose one, it's kind of tougher for the unit as well. You mentioned kind of that chip off the Minnesota game. Does it kind of roll into these practices? Do you kind of feel like there's that edge with the defense right now?
Yeah, I understand. I mean, it's a little different because bowl prep is try to get a lot of the young guys more reps and stuff. So the starters haven't really worked together as a unit that much.
Sure.
But yeah, 100%. You all feel that. I mean, the last time anybody watched us on TV, last time you guys watched us, we laid an egg. Not laid an egg, but we lost, right? So, I mean, yeah, it's a chip on our shoulder. Hey, let's come out and prove that we are one of the best defenses in the country, if not the best, on the 30th or 31st, whatever the day the game is. But yeah, it's a chip, 100%.
For the safety group as a whole, just looking ahead, I mean, we asked Collin about the future of the group, but with you and Travian and then also others like Hunter and Owen and whatnot, just what do you foresee with this future of the group, after this season?
I mean, it's been a little different. The last couple of years, we've been like an older unit. No one's ever graduated, so now here we go. Kind of reverses back. But I mean, Trey and I both played a lot this year. Both two guys that I think could have maybe played a little earlier in their career, but we had Collin and Scotty, which is awesome. But I mean, I think we've been ready, so I think that'll be exciting and just fun to see. And then Owen and Hunter, freshmen, young guys, but they picked it up really quick, which is good. I mean, Hunter played a little bit, Owen hasn't, but I mean, I think they'll be fine. Obviously, they just need to get the experience. They're kind of in the same boat I was last year, this year. So I think we'll be a good group.
One other team I want to ask you about, Jordan Turner, linebacker.
Yeah.
It's been, tough for him to get on the field with Rio and Jack in front of him, kind of the same situation you were just talking about. But what have you seen from him in practice or the times he has gotten on the field?
He's been really good. He stood out in camp to me, to be honest with you. I mean, obviously he's behind 2 of the best linebackers in the country, so I mean, he's not going to get much time. But he stood out to me in camp as a guy just made a bunch of plays. Really fast, really physical, just a high motor guy. So I mean, he's really impressed me. I'm excited to see him get more reps and show what he can do.
And then I guess I think Dean said that Yale only had 3 bull prep practices so far right now. But anyone that stood out to you from the team that's made some plays?
Honestly, Deacon, to be honest with you. Deacon, live arm. I mean, he's probably got the best arm in that room, in my opinion. I don't know, it's just fun to kind of see him get to craft and work. During the season, he's a scout QB, so he doesn't get to run our stuff, but he stood out as a guy he's pretty good. I like watching him. Plus, a fellow California guy, so got to plug him there.